Hi guys, how are you doing? It's another vid, and it's been a long time for me, and I want to talk about some things that have been happening to me personally that have really made me question a lot of things, and made me think very deeply and profoundly about a lot of things. Recently lost my job. I kind of broached the subject very briefly on a variety of, with certain people and stuff like that. But I'm telling you now, I've lost my job. Gutted is what was the understatement of the century. Wounded, deeply, profoundly wounded. I won't lie to you. Stressed was the first thing that I went through. A bit of pain, bit of emotion. Went through a lot. And what can you do? It's just the way it is. Binned off, done and dusted. And as I was going through what I was going through, I thought to myself, well, probably the first time in a long time, I looked at everything. I looked at my games, my flat, me, and looked in the mirror and I just thought, what the fuck am I doing? I mean, seriously, what the fuck am I on about? I'm a fucking prick. I've wasted my fucking time. That's what I felt. I seriously believed that. I'm staring at my things. I was disgusted. I'm looking at the things that I enjoy and I was disgusted. I was pissed off with them. And I was just pissed off generally. And what my parents described it as was throwing a wobbler. Yeah. Right, fair play, yeah. My parents certainly tell it like it is, right? Anyways, the point of the matter is, I questioned a lot of things to the point where I thought to myself, why the fuck am I even bothering? Do you know what I mean? I'm looking at my YouTube channel and I'm just thinking, shit. I'm looking at other people's YouTube channels and realising how much more better they are. And I'm questioning everything in a semi-pathetic manner. Now, admittedly, it's only a job, right? And we don't know what the future's going to bring. I'm probably one of the most cynicalest people you probably ever likely to meet. I don't like to express myself too much. I don't like to express that cynicism too much on YouTube, and with people that are friendly with me. But I'm going to do that a little bit now. Living in the UK and living where I live, the state of the job situation, the state of employment generally is shit. Absolute shit. And you have to, put it this way, you have to look at a lot and you have to accept a lot and you have to deal with a lot. You have to deal with things that you shouldn't have to deal with. And the reason you deal with it is because you need a job and you can't turn down paid work. You can't turn down the ability to get paid work, even if it is arbitrary and ridiculous. And I won't lie to you, I've done a lot of things. I've gone into a lot of jobs and done a lot of interviews and talked with various people, and I wasn't listening. Do you know what I mean? I didn't give a shit what they said. I wasn't asked. I just did not care. Wasn't bothered about any of it, quite frankly. I was stressed out, gutted, whatever you want to call it. I wasn't interested about what anyone had to say. I was so wrapped up in myself. And that's kind of come across on YouTube a little bit, hence why I've not really been doing videos. Twitter is one of those places that I go to retreat. It's almost like my retreat, which, again, might come across as pathetic to certain people. Fair play. The reality of the situation is that place, literally, Twitter as an entity has literally saved me. Because all that year I was getting fucking down, depressed. Depressed is the right word. I hate to use the word. I hate to use the word lightly, but I was depressed, and maybe I still am a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I'm still a little bit feeling that way. But I've come to some decisions, and I've come to some ideas and arrangements in my mind about what I want to do. Now, obviously, the first thing is to go and get a job, and I've got a job of sorts. it's money, I suppose you could say. Not enough money to live a decent life. Not enough money to do anything meaningful. And it's put a lot of my thoughts about what I do on YouTube and with others on YouTube. It's put those right to the back of the pile. Do you know what I mean? It's put them right to the back. Not even... Everything now to do with my personal life is a firefight. And when I finish doing that, you can imagine how much energy I've got to do other things. This is had a drastic, in my opinion, and I'm sure that a lot of people will be nice about it, which is fair enough, and that's all pleasant and whatnot. But just to sort of hit it with a bit of realism, everything that I've done on YouTube has been great, and the people that I've met on YouTube are fantastic. And as you can imagine, the Retro Unling boys, they are truly legends. I mean, each and every one of them, for various reasons, and I've made them aware of my situation, and I've made them aware of what's going on and whatnot, to some degree anyway. Just basically what I've told you. So they have some knowledge. I'm disappointed because I shouldn't bring my personal shit into what I do on YouTube. I really shouldn't, but it was I hate to say it. I don't like to say it, but it is basically true. I was basically being ignorant. They were sending me invites. They were telling me to do stuff. They were saying about things going down and stuff, and I was just ignorant. I was just like, well, sorry, just can't be bothered. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if any of you guys know, but it's kind of obvious. But me and Brett Badley, we talk a fair bit. I haven't spoken to him for a while, admittedly. I don't think he's fully aware of the situation with my job, but maybe he will be now. But the fact of the matter is that I spoke with him very briefly about it because I was going through some things in the job anyway prior to me losing it. I was going through some personal stuff anyway. I was just really sort of reflecting on who I was and what I was doing, and just thinking, well, the main bulk of it, just to sort of summarise it all, is very simple. I am basically doing and acting and living like I did when I was 21. And in my opinion, that's shit. I shouldn't be doing that. I'm 31 years old, and I'm still 18, 21, whatever you want to call it, in my head. Do you know what I mean? Everything that I do, everything that I'm about, is student-esque. And it shouldn't be. It fucking shouldn't be. It really, really shouldn't. I know some of the guys on not that you shouldn't compare people. You shouldn't. You shouldn't make comparisons. It's ridiculous. Why do that? But I look at people that are in my life, in my personal life. I look at people that are on YouTube. I see some. Admittedly, you're seeing it through a lens, so you don't know the reality of things. But people have lives. People have meaningful lives. People have families. That kind of thing. And truthfully, I ain't got none of that. I ain't got fucking nothing like that. Nowhere near. Right? Now, admittedly, I've met Lisa, and I'm not trying to undermine her at all. I love Lisa to bits. She means the absolute world to me, and everything that she has done for me has been. She's gone above and beyond what a girlfriend would do. You know what I'm saying? She ain't just a girlfriend. She's like everything. Do you know what I mean? Why would anyone put up with some of the shit that I've? Do you know what I mean? I've been real. As we say up north, I've been very mangy and very just gutted. You know, the sky ain't blue. The sky's a deep shade of grey. You know what I'm saying? The glass ain't half empty. Me, I don't have a glass. It's a plastic cup with an hole in it. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of guy that I am anyway. So you can imagine that bad things to me get magnified 20-fold. So, you can imagine what it's been like. I don't do myself no favours because I'm one of these people where if it goes wrong, I just go like that and just stare down and I just wrap myself up in my own world and just ignore everything else. Do you know what I mean? Everything else comes second until I'm ready. And that's wrong. All of it's wrong. And this is just like a domino set or something. Basically, what's happened is it's just had a knock-on effect with every single thing that's gone on. For example, I haven't been speaking to the Retro Unling boys, and I've really neglected. I set myself a personal responsibility to chat with them and interact with them, because they gave me, when we do the live streams, when I was doing the live streams, I was getting a lot out of that personally, and I was getting a modicum of satisfaction out of being on there. You know, I was getting personal enjoyment out of it, and the irony of it is that I loved it, and the things that I was loving in my life, the things that I was giving a shit about, I was kind of sticking to a thing. I was doing that to it. You know what I mean? I was going like that and saying bollocks. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at other people's videos and just thinking, well, they're much better than me, so why the fuck bother? You know, why do I do this shit? Why do I put myself through this crap? You know, I was getting real moody about every single aspect of what I enjoy. I'm looking at my Sega Saturn going, well, it's fucking bullshit. Why am I playing it? Why do I even bother? It's not PS3, is it? do you know what I mean? Like an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Every single thing I was doing and that I enjoyed, I was putting right to the back foot. Right, ass, can't be asked. That's the kind of guy I am. That's the kind of person that I am. And I shouldn't be. And this is the reason why I'm doing this video now, because I want to put a full stop on it. I want to put it to bed now. I want to say, this is it. And I can't make the plans that I want to make. And I can't live the life I want to live. That is obvious. You know, there's not a lot I can say about that. And, you know, that's just the way it is. But what I can do is I can do two things right now. The first thing I want to do, I briefly touched upon it in an email that I sent to the guys. But the first thing I want to do is I want to apologise to each and every one of the Retro Unlimited crew on a personal level. I want, as personal as this video can possibly, as much as I can make this video as personal as I can. I obviously not as personal as I'd like it to be, but basically what I want to do is I want to apologise to each and every one of you. Every person that I've been involved with on the podcasts and the live streams and all that kind of thing, I want to personally thank them, and I want to personally apologise to them. They have opened the door for me, and all I had to do was walk through it, and I haven't yet. I've kind of just been skating around the issue and not really been concerning myself with the things that I care about. The things that mean the world to me, I've been sticking two fingers up to. The people that are ultimately making me feel better and giving me happiness, I'm doing that to. Why? Why do I do that? Why do I do that? So the first thing I want to do is I want to apologise to them. And the second thing I want to do is I want to, as much as I possibly can, I want to try and reset who I am and what I'm doing. I want to try and reset things and just try and feel, you know, do you know what I'm saying? I just want to try and go back to what I was all about as much as I can. You know, I want to try and be what I was before, who I was before, what I was before. Because I won't lie to you, the person who I am now is shit. I am a mangy, depressing prick. And I can't stand it anymore. It's doing my head in. It's just doing my head in. I'm getting up every morning and I'm not seeing happiness or joyful things. I'm seeing depression and pain. And I don't understand, because maybe I should feel a little bit bad. Maybe I should just be a little bit peeved or a little bit pissed off or whatever. I shouldn't be this stressed out. I shouldn't be this pissed off. I shouldn't be looking at my things and feeling anger and irritation towards them. I look at my computer stuff. I look at my games. I look at the things that I care about, and I just think. I used to think, why the fuck have I got these things? Why do I bother? You know, and that's hideous. That's the worst thing ever. You know, I don't even know why I do it. So that's the first thing is apologies. I want to apologise to all of you guys, and I want to apologise to people that have probably experienced the rough end, the rough end of my depressive state. The second thing I want to do is I want to personally thank Lisa. I don't want to get all soppy. Well, not too much. I don't want to get all loved up, because that's not what it's about. I should be doing that with her privately. But what I do want to do is I want to express something which I need to express kind of publicly. And the thing about Lisa is, and I hope she don't mind me saying this. The thing about Lisa is that she's got a very straightforward approach to life. She's got a very northern attitude to getting things done. Her life and the way that she is pretty straightforward. And that doesn't mean that isn't a condescending statement. That really is not a condescending statement. That is probably the nicest thing I've heard. Because the fact is that she cuts through with bullshit. I always figured I'd be with someone that was complex and, had deep emotional dealings and thoughts. I never thought ever that I would be with someone like Lisa on any level, friendship or otherwise. And it never equated in my mind as a thing. And the strangeness, the irony of it all is that she's probably the best person in my life. She's probably the best person for me. Because she takes all the emotional knots and all the bullshit and just unravels it and makes it right and just makes it plain and obvious. And she's done that. And the thing about her is that she, to her, the way it comes across to me as I'm looking at her and the way that she communicates to me, it's like it's nothing. It's like she can just make it right just so easily. There's no emotion. It's not her in her to help me, if that makes any sense. She's not having to go through too much. I can imagine she probably is. Deep down, she probably is going through a lot, because I don't make it easy on people. I really, really don't. I genuinely do not make it easy on folk, especially people who try to help. But she's been there, like the proverbial rock, right? A granite rock, a rock made of granite and titanium. You know what I'm saying? Unbelievable. Now there is somebody else that I'd like to thank, and I need to thank him in a way that I need to thank him in a double sort of way. I need to thank him in the obvious way in the video, but I want to thank him in a way that I want to give him something to sort of say thank you. I want to show him something more than just, yeah, thanks, mate. And that's Brett Badley. Brett Badley, you need to go and see his channel. More than ever now, you need to go and visit his channel. You need to click on the sub button. I'm not saying sub to him because he's got good stuff. I'm not saying sub to him because of any reason in particular. I need you to just sub him. Without discussion, I just need you to do it. I'm really sorry. I don't want to give you a reason other than the guy's a legend. The guy is a genius. The guy's just the perfect. He's a friend. He's probably one of the best friends I've got. And you've got to go and sub him. Period. End of. Somebody else that I want to sort of indirectly thank is Scott, the console snob. Scott has provided me with a lot of entertainment, but on a very deep level. His Get Real videos are, wow, do you know what I mean? They've really kind of slapped me in the face, probably in the best way possible. He's a living embodiment of kind of what I've gone through in a sort of weird sort of way. And some of his videos, even his older videos, Get Real videos, wow, you know what I'm saying? Pretty profound stuff. Really struck a chord with me. So I want to indirectly thank him because he's provided me with a lot to think about. So thank you, mate. I really appreciate it. And while I've been going through my emerginess and being a prat, there have been two people that have provided me with the much needed entertainment to keep me going, and I want to thank those guys as well. And that's Chris Minor Games, beast, great videos, loving his FIFA stuff. His videos are the kind of videos that you watch if you're not a FIFA fan. You can watch the videos and enjoy them without without liking FIFA, because he is a very personable guy and he makes the videos very. He gives the videos a little bit of an edge, which takes them above standard fare. I've been watching his Super Metroid playthrough, and the guy's he's just one of those people. He's just one of those people that you just can't help but be friendly with. He's just a genuine bloke. But let's be real. Let's be real clinical, and let's be real. All about the content kind of thing. The guy makes great shit. The guy makes great videos. Period. That's it. So let's forego the personalities and all the other crap. he makes good videos and they're watchable, so I watch them. And his videos have been sort of keeping me going. In amongst me having my head down in a load of crisps and drink, every time I've lifted my head, I've been watching his videos. So, thanks. And the other guy is Science Quinny, Sean Sidious. Sean is, well, what can I tell you about Sean? His videos, excuse me, are very interesting, because he picks some very interesting things to do. The PS2 roulette is a work of absolute genius, and it just is probably, it has every reason to be something amazing on YouTube. The PS2 roulette is just fucking awesome. I love every episode. PS2 roulette is perfection itself. It's gameplay with a twist, you know what I'm saying? Literally, it is that. His Everybody's Golf playthroughs are arguably some of the best things that I've seen gameplay-wise, because you're connected. One of my favourite things about gameplay videos, one of the things that makes a gameplay video very watchable, is when you, as a viewer, want to play the game, B, want to help him play the game, and C, you're already dreaming up ways of trying to do better. When he's lining up his shots and he's talking about what he's doing, I'm already thinking, well, you should be doing this. I'm already thinking, he needs to hit the windmill. He needs to go through the windmill. He needs to bounce off the pavement. He needs to do this with a 3-iron. You know what I'm saying? This is what he does. He takes a gameplay and adds on cream and sugar and cherries. He's the kind of guy that adds an extra layer to a bog standard video. Same with Chris. The pair of them are just very watchable, very viewable. And I hate to say it, guys, because it shouldn't just be about that, but for me personally, if I'm ever feeling a bit blue or whatever, I'm straight on to your videos. Very watchable, you're very likeable people, so that's it. Very simply, watch their shit, period. And that's it. I want to just thank everybody that has had some personal involvement in what I'm about. Twitter is probably the best place to go if you want to know what I'm up to and what I'm doing. I talk random, but sometimes I talk real. But generally speaking, if it's happening, it'll be on Twitter. And I would strongly advise that if you want to see what's going down in Stevie Town, then you need to get your ass there. Strongly advise anybody who doesn't have Twitter to consider getting Twitter, because and maybe following me and Brett Badley, Chris Madder and all that kind of thing, because we're all on there. I noticed that Sneztastics on Twitter now, and he's really personable guy. He's really nice to eat with, and you can always be sure that there's going to be somebody on there from the community that you can chat with about games and such. Some great faces, some great people, and I've had some amazing experiences on Twitter, above and beyond anything that I could have ever imagined. And I want to personally thank the people that have helped me enjoy myself. And that's about it. I want to say to you guys that this is the flag in the sand now. This is the flag planted into the ground, saying, I am ready now to make the next step. I've got a few things that I need to sort out in my mind. I've got a few things that I'm thinking about. And what I'd like to do before I start getting elaborate is go back to business as usual. And what I mean by that is start creating vids and start bringing those vids back into your world, as it were. So I want to start doing the classic Games Bloke stuff. That, namely, the gameplays and the random chats and random stuff. I want to, before I go back into what I was originally planning with the console rotations and whatnot, I want to just get back onto the saddle, so to speak. I also want to, start thinking about, what I'm going to be doing to move the channel forward, because I seriously do want to move the channel forward a step. And I want to personally thank everybody that watches my videos. So please enjoy. So there you go, guys. I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate your consideration, and I hope that I can continue entertaining you. I'm currently, as I do this video, I'm currently at 205 subs, and I cannot that is amazing to me. My brain melts at the thought of that number. When I look at what I do and who I am, that number is an amazing figure for me. And I'm grateful to each and every one of the people that have clicked the sub button. And I'd like more people to sub. Of course I would. Of course I would. And a world where I'm at 210 seems like a very real possibility. I love numbers. I love ever increasing numbers. What can I tell you? I'm shallow that way. But yeah, anyway guys, I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate everything. And I'm not going to put, oh yeah, just before I go, disclaimer. I ain't going to put anything elaborate in the description. I ain't even going to put the links to the channels. Why? Because I'm lazy that way. I apologise, but I'm just lazy. Yeah, there you go. No, listen, thanks a lot guys. All the best and take it easy and see you in a bit.